What's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome to UX Crypto. Today, this is what it's about, right? Get rich, die trying. If you're about that, this is what it's about, okay? So if you're ready for this bull run and if you want to get ready for this bull run, well, let's break it all down, okay? I'm going to show you what the mindset I've got right now. And as well as that, I'm going to try and give this little gems to you as well, okay? So it's all about strategy. This is how I do it. So let's do it. Let me get into it, all right? So first things first, okay? When everyone's panicking, okay, everyone's going absolutely nuts, right? You've got to remember this chart right here, okay? I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but this chart goes back to 1875, all right? Probably a bit pixelated, but yes, it is an old school chart and we're going back in history, okay? And this has marked basically every single recession ever and every single boom and bust cycle, and that is how this economics game works, right? So where are we and what are we seeing at this current moment? So yes, 2023 happened, right? It was a bad year. There was recessions, all this stuff. And this is down, right? So this marks this is down, okay? And that is very accurate, isn't it? So my thing is, what's coming next? All right, what is coming next? And look, you can see this here, 2026, okay? 2026. So you could say, and I have actually back tested this chart, right? It's very accurate. It's either 1 year or 2 years out, okay? Well, not even 2 years, 1 year out most of the time or dead on, okay? So yeah, 2026, 2025, could that be our top for, the markets, okay? So this is going back to, for example, 2007, 2008 was the crash, all right? One of the biggest recessions of all time, right? And yeah, this marks world wars. It marks many different things. So yes, definitely look at the bigger picture. As they say, when in doubt, zoom out. And that's what I'm trying to show you to you guys. So don't worry when things go down and all this other stuff. Look at the bigger picture. And this is the bigger picture. So yes, my thing would be, why be bearish right now or bullish, whatever, right? I'll give you some reasons why you need to be bullish overall. And yeah, and what the mindset I'm going with right now. So Bitcoin halving is coming up, right? We've got 73 days, 11 hours, 19 seconds, and God, this is just ticking and ticking, right? It's coming, it's fast approaching. And yes, I would say this is something to be bullish about. It might not increase price straight away, but it's a catalyst, right? You need to remember this is a catalyst for Bitcoin. And yes, if history repeats and rhymes, then we're going to see a massive increase in price of Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, altcoins, right? So that is definitely something you need to think about. And why is this cycle a little bit different this time? It's because of this bad boy right here, right? All these Bitcoin ETFs, all right? This is the Bitcoin ETF list. And look at all these ones which are obviously been put through. And they've got a whole bunch of them now, right? So BlackRock's in the game, Grayscale, all these other people. There's big money now inside of this game, okay? And yeah, it might have just started recently, but get ready. What happens when you see price increases from the halving, for example? It's going to go absolutely bananas. All right, it's going to go crazy. All right. Other things to look at as well is the overall cycle, right? So what happened, with this whole, if it repeats and it rhymes, all of that stuff, it's all in here, right? So we just keep seeing the same cycles go over and over again. So you got accumulation, for example, growth, bubble, crash. All right. So look, accumulation, growth, bubble, crash. Same. All right, the whole way through. And obviously we are where we are right now, or around about, and it's still technically accumulation zone. Okay, so that is why you should be paying attention to crypto. And if you want to try and do well in your future, this is not financial advice, of course, then you should be paying attention to crypto. Man, crypto is the future, right? And I'm sure a lot of these other big banks and all these, not even just banks, financial institutions, that's the reason they're getting into it. And you can see, for example, in the accumulation zone, so, in the last cycle, we went up and then we had a dip, okay? So, and these points right here would be pretty good to get into. And I'll show you why it is, okay? And then also we had a dip even in the actual main cycle, right? When things started to go up. And then if you won't go even back further, yes, we got some increases in the dip again. So, don't be surprised if there's a dip. And if there is, then don't worry about it. It's fine. Just have some cash on the sides and do what you need to do, okay? At this point, it isn't a thing where, you should be getting so excited that you're getting some gains, as in obviously there is gains we've had in this market. I've done more than the 10x in as of this last year, right? And more than that, okay? But am I happy about it? It's okay. But the bigger picture is I've made a 10x. I'm sure you guys have done pretty good in this environment, okay? And I've done it obviously there. This is the environment. Okay. What is this? Is nothing. Okay. You want to be this. All right. This whole area, this is what we're looking for. Okay. Same with here. We're looking for that. This whole craziness, what happens. So, lots more to come in the market and to pay attention to. So, don't get down if you see prices going a bit. Look at the bigger picture, and zoom out this thing right here. Zoom out into that to look at the biggest perspective. Okay. And another thing, what we are trying to do inside this market in crypto, and not just crypto and anything in technology, is this. Okay. We are trying to get an adoption curve. All right. And we are currently seeing that. Okay. So for example, this here area right here, this bit, but actually no, we'll use this bit. Okay. So accumulation right here, then you got like, this chart, look at it. It's very like level pegging, not much going on, got ups and downs or whatever, but then it really takes off later on, right? So this is like where the adoption part happens, and then it gets to the end of that part. So if we go back to this chart I just showed you with the adoption, this is what we're trying to do. Okay, so you got the enthusiasts, and the visionaries. So this is where we are. Okay, we are basically here. Okay, and this happens every 4 years with Bitcoin, and you could say crypto. Okay, but you need to be in this area. So this is where you need to be paying attention. And then we want the I can never say this right, protagonists, right? And then you want the conservatives and then the skeptics, okay? But when the skeptics come in, the top is in, all right? Because these guys, the skeptics, obviously they're skeptical. They didn't actually see the potential of something. And obviously it's down to us right now who are trying to be the enthusiasts and the visionaries of something, right? Hence why you see some mad projections from myself and probably other people on the YouTube, on Cryptoverse YouTube, because we are basically the enthusiasts and the visionaries, and we're trying to find the diamonds in the rough. We're trying to get the potential what other people can't see, and the skeptics are those people. You probably see those people in the comment section who are always like, oh, this is not going to happen, you're making up stuff. It's happened for me. This is my third cycle. I've been in crypto since 2016. It can definitely happen, just to let you guys know. So just bear this in mind. You can also use this when you are going around in your life and just seeing how people interact and their type of thinking, right? And where they would go. When would they actually be like, okay, when am I gonna get into crypto? Maybe when they hear it on the news, like on a world platform, or like a bus driver from the bus driver or something like that. The top is in already, right? And those are the skeptics, and that's when they need to be convinced. It's very hard to convince them, right? But if you're looking for them diamonds in the rough, you're down here, okay? And don't worry, I have strategies to be able to filter all this out. So I'll show you that in a bit, and it is part of my Patreon, so you can check that out. But before all that, just get into perspective again, okay? So this is a chart that I came up with, and it's called the Christmas strategy, but you can use this on a yearly basis. But it just breaks down, the way that each year is a win or a loss, okay? So very easy to see in terms of, this last year was a win, which was great, okay? And then it was before that was a loss, and that's all good. But it's all about backtesting and looking into this, okay? So if we was to look at the same stage we went through this is 2012 to 2022 here to 2023 is here. And so literally now we're in 2024, as you can see from this, okay? And then what potentially could happen, okay? So if we go back in the same stage of the cycle, that was here, right? So we had a loss, and then we had a win, and you can see, for example, like some good gains been made inside of that. Then we had, if we was in 2024, this is what we might see. So we had obviously the C word crash that happened, and then we just carried on going up. So we actually ended that year on a win, right? So you can see that there. Sorry, it's this one, my bad. Yeah, this one. So what do you think? Do you think you're going to get another win on the 2024? This cycle, this is the one we're waiting for. What would you think? You're going to end strong? I think we might. So my thing is, even if we took a drop right now, and we go down here or whatever it is, you should be DCAing, right? This is obviously Bitcoin, but I will show you in a minute how this plays into altcoins, okay? And obviously you can make good gains in Bitcoin if you're a traditional investor, but you can make a lot more in altcoins, and I will show you that. And we're going to get into risk strategy and all this other stuff later on today. So stay around for this, okay? And then, you can see this strategy has worked overall. Look, again, okay? So you have one loss, then you have 3 wins. Don't know if you can see that. Okay, so we're 1 loss, 3 wins. All right, then you have 1 loss for the year, 3 wins. Okay, and then we had 1 loss, and then we started with a win. So I just think, look, rinse and repeat. This has not broken. You know, I know everyone likes to put different things out there, like, oh, we're gonna have a war, which maybe we will. Okay, but this has not broken yet, and I think there's a lot more reasons why you might want to be bullish on Bitcoin. If, for example, there was a war, all right, it would be horrible. I don't want to be going through that. But if there was, then, you know, Bitcoin is a world currency. They can't confiscate it. Obviously, can try their best, but, you know, this might be the currency of the future at that point. Because if everyone is going to be like, you know, on internet war, for example, let's say they start closing loads of things down, you know, let's say they cut off the internet of a whole country, right? Then also we might not be able to get to our coins, for example, but it's a decentralized coins and decentralized system. So you'd have to shut off the whole world to be able to, you know, really kill Bitcoin or, you know, a lot of cryptos. So yes, I think it's a good place to store your value either way. So yes, just remember that, and go back to this with that. If there was a war, then obviously adoption curve will come in to that, right? There's gonna be more and more people thinking, how can I protect my assets? And then this will happen even more. Okay, this will just be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so yeah, but okay, so now I've shown you this, all right, this little thing here. Like, how does this play into altcoins, right? So if we're going to go back and back test a little bit, obviously we did our win, right? So we had 2020. So we obviously recently have had our win, okay, and then we had, going back, if you wanted to back test it, you would say 2019, okay, to 2020. So these 2 years, all right, this year and this year, that's like the last cycle, what we are going to see in the 2024, 2025, right? And it's this area right here, okay? And same back there. So for example, this area is this area. So what can you see with altcoins? So here you go. All right. So I'm going to show you 3 different altcoins, which have obviously been through a cycle. So we can just look at what happened, and then, yeah, maybe later what happened after. Okay. To why maybe you shouldn't give up hope in crypto if you're getting down about certain things. With crypto, maybe there's been some things that you've lost. Who knows, right? Either way, I'm just going to show you the bigger picture. And this is it. Okay. So for example, this is the year of 2019 to 2020, which is the same stage we were in the last cycle. And look, okay, so this is Cardano, had a low of around 3 cents, okay? And then we saw a run up around about 9 cents, okay? So it's like a 3x, okay? So you might be very happy, like, oh my God, I'm a G. You know, I did amazing in crypto. I 3x my money. Fantastic. And then let's say you sold at that point, okay? Would you be kicking yourself because you'll be thinking, oh man, look, I went back down to 3 cents. I flopped. Like, I'm lost. I could have had a 3x. All right, let's say you didn't sell, all right? But then that was that year, okay? But we want to carry on going because we've got more to come, okay? And this is what happened with Cardano after. So 3 cents to this, okay? This is what happened, all right? So you know, being short-sighted now and not looking at the bigger picture, this is the bigger picture. So you went from 3 cents to $3 near enough, right? Which is 100x, okay? So absolutely insane gains, which could be happening. And if everything repeats, this is going to repeat, okay? So this is why you need to be paying attention in crypto and not like thinking short term, okay? Think years, okay? Don't think in weeks or days, because you're going to not understand the game, okay? And I'm trying to give you the game, okay? So for example, same with this Chainlink, okay? So if you thought Cardano was just an outlier, well, I'm going to show you more, okay? So for example, look, the year again, 2019 to 2020, okay? What happened there? So for example, we had a price of 42 cents for Chainlink, and then we got to a price of around $3.60. Okay, so I don't know, that's around about 8x, right? And you'll be very happy. You'll be like, oh, great, 8x, fantastic. Okay, but then lo and behold, we fast forward in time to the, you know, the bull run heights and tops and all this madness, right? And look, we went. So we went to, like, what was it? 45 cents to $51. Okay, absolutely insane. Okay, so yeah, absolutely crazy. And you saw madness happen, right? You saw absolute madness happen, and it was a great time to be in crypto. Okay, so that just shows you, think bigger. Okay, next one. All right, same year. Okay, so if this is BNB, okay, so Binance, so you could use this for so many things. The last one I showed you was an Oracle. Before that, it was a layer one. Now this is an exchange. Okay, so Binance was about $6.50. All right, and then we went up to about $37, as you can see right here, which is about a 5x. All right, around about that. Okay, and that's cool. Very good. Everyone would be happy, right? Everyone's like, I've got a 5x. Fantastic. Okay, sounds familiar now. 2023 sounds similar, right? And where we are currently at this point. And obviously we see we saw a run up and then it started to go down. So you never know, we might see some of the alts go down. Fair enough, or okay, but maybe you want to take profits, up to you. But what about the bigger picture? Okay, bigger picture is this. Okay, so we actually got to around about $654 price. Okay, which is basically 100x again. Okay, I think, yeah, 100, around about 100x from where we were in 2019. Okay, yeah, $6. Okay, so long-term perspective, man, long-term perspective again. Okay, so if you are thinking about why am I showing you all this stuff, right, and how can you benefit out of this, then you need a strategy, man. And I've got you covered with a strategy, right? If you guys don't know about my strategy, is based on the Moneyball strategy. And yet the Moneyball was actually used by a baseball team, and it is very, well, it's a life-changing strategy. You can use this strategy not just in crypto, in normal investments. You can use this anything in your life, right? So for example, there's a door right there. Looks like a nice door, right? But there's many elements that make up a good door. Okay, what type of wood is it? The type of handle. Is it fire rated? Like so many different things, right? And you'd have to grade those. So if there's other doors that I was looking at, we could grade it from what's a good quality door. And yeah, this strategy was actually a baseball team will come up with it. So let me quickly show you where this strategy came from so you understand what I'm talking about. So this is Billy Bean. He faces a hard challenge because he's trying to grow a baseball team and he doesn't have a lot of money.
There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap.
So then his general manager sets him a really hard challenge.
Find players with the money that we do have.
So this being a hard task because how are you supposed to get really good players on a limited budget? Then he meets a guy who changes the whole way of thinking about acquiring players.
Who are you?
I'm Peter Brand.
Peter then shows Billy, Brad Pitt, his secret strategy that can find undervalued players but for a great price.
I believe there's a championship team that we can afford because everyone else undervalues them.
He uses a data-driven approach to pick the diamonds in the rough.
Card counters at the blackjack table. We're going to turn the odds on the casino.
And change the odds he does because he changes history and wins 20 games in a row.
It defies everything we know about baseball.
There you go. That's the Moneyball strategy. It's a great movie, by the way. You should definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it. And you actually see the power of what that is. So obviously, I'm not going to show you a random movie for no reason, right? I have a strategy inside of crypto which does this. Okay, so literally I will quickly show you exactly how that works, so check it out. Introducing the Moneyball cheat sheet. So how does it work?
Step 1.
You have to find the potential coins by keeping your ears to the streets, digging deep into the crypto realms, find those diamonds in the rough. After that, I add the coins to my system, which I currently have over 70 coins already reviewed, and it's growing, which brings me to
Step 2.
I review each coin with 7 different criteria, and they are teams and advisors, the partners, the idea, the website, the product, the social media presence, and the coin utility. I then proceed to give these coins a specific grading criteria from 1 to 10. Then we combine the scores to get an overall ranking for them, and that lets us separate the good from the bad, the weak from the strong, giving us the best possible chance to get some good coins in the up and coming bull run. And I didn't stop there. No.
Step 3.
Price projections. So you can get my price projections for each and every single coin. I give you 2 price projections, 1 bullish target and 1 super bullish target. And this is using data from the last bull run to be able to project where we think some of these coins might go. So there you go, man. And this is it now live. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to show you all the scores because you need to get the Patreon. Get in the Patreon, you can get this cheat sheet. But here is a whole bunch of coins I reviewed. Forget 70. I said 70 in that. This is an old trailer. I've got over 140 coins now, right? And this strategy breaks down all these different things as you heard, right? So breaking it down into 7 different categories. And this gives us a lot of power inside of here, right? It makes us be able to best portfolio ever. All right. So that's how I'm rolling. Okay. It's not just a random opinion out here. We're doing a lot of research. I'm doing a whole bunch. You know, if you don't believe me about what I'm doing out here, look, man, I'll just show you all of the research I do all the time. This is scoring system. It's not a joke. Okay. It's real. Okay. This is how I'm breaking it down. And I've got a community inside of Discord, and we're doing absolutely great together. And yes, this is how we get our bags filled for the bull run. Okay. So if you actually want this, then you got to join the business class tier, and it is here. Okay. So yeah, it's called C at the top, because obviously we're trying to, I've got a sell strategy actually what's coming very, very soon. And yes, we'll be selling at the top. Okay. And yeah, that is the plan. And if you want to join and get this cheat sheet, which I've broken down as a strategy, then yep, I now have 50 new spaces. We actually ran out. I had 50 before, and yep, I put another 50, but a little bit of a price increase because obviously supply and demand. All right, it's getting very much in demand now, and yeah. It would be great to see you there though, and yeah, you can get the access to it. And also, I have buy signals, so when I'm buying, I'm letting you know, and also you can track my portfolio. A lot of other things inside of this as well you get. So all the stuff I'm looking at, and you can actually pay in crypto now for a lifetime subscription. So you don't even have to do through the monthly Patreon thing. You just email me, and yeah, we can work that out. Also, I did a buy alert the other day. Okay, not just the other day, I did 2 buy alerts. Okay, so this one, I'm not going to obviously tell you what that is because you need to join the Patreon. But yeah, this one is for the real Bitcoin enthusiasts. So that was the project I bought. Also, this one is another buy alert. Okay, and it is a Metaverse / well, it's more of a gaming project actually, and it's under 5 million market cap. And I can tell you now, I have not heard many people talk about this one, and me and my community are very bullish on it. Okay, so yes, this one ranks very high inside the cheat sheet. So yeah, I'm DCAing into absolutely great projects, and that is the plan. Okay, get in before everyone else is getting in and talking about it. And if you want to try and find these things that have great fundamentals, this is how you do it. Okay, so yes, I will see you there hopefully, and you know, just link is in the description, so click that and join. But yeah, we got, I'm not done yet, don't worry, I've got a lot more for you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, is just break things down even further. Okay, so narrative. Okay, so we need to look at what narratives are going to do well. Okay, and this brings me to this. Okay, so narratives. Obviously, crypto is a game of narratives. We in the last cycle, well, no, in the last cycle, this last year, so 2023, saw AI pop off. Okay, so AI right there. We saw that. Okay, we saw gaming pop off as well, right? We saw mainly the gaming studios. Okay. And then, yeah, we have other ones like ETH killers, which are always going to be around, Bitcoin killers. You know, we've got now BTC scaling is another narrative. A whole bunch. We've got RWA as well, so real world assets. You can see that here. Many more to come throughout this cycle, right? I think we've still got another, 2 years? Well, just under 2 years, right? Could even be 2 years before the Bitcoin top comes in, right? So it's all about what will get traction, hence this, and yeah, obviously finding these diamonds in the rough. Okay, and obviously if you need help with that, you know, if you need help with that, then you need to look at the cheat sheet again, because for example, I've actually got a top 20 coins. I've got, you know, for the news to the cycle, because obviously you might care about that, all 20 top coins scored overall. And then look, all that stuff I showed you about narratives, it's all in the sheet. Okay, very easy to find. You've got all these different types of narratives, and they have loads of coins, and they have top 10 coins in there. They've got low market cap ones, mid market cap ones, and yeah, it allows you to find the best scored ones. Okay, from a fundamental point of view. So yeah, definitely, I want to see you guys there. It will be absolutely great to be there, and I welcome you. And yeah, no playing around out here, man. No playing around. Okay. So what else have I got to show you today? I've got a lot actually. Let me show you more. Okay, so okay, that's the crypto cycle. I have got more though. Let me show you more. Okay, risk management. Okay, so risk management, obviously this is something that a lot of people struggle with, right? And that's fine, man, because it's hard. Okay, but this doesn't just link, obviously this is not financial advice, by the way, just a YouTuber, just telling you what I do. Okay, So this doesn't just apply to crypto, okay? This also applies to life, okay? So for example, let's say you have a net worth of, let's say 20K, right? That's your net worth, all right? You've got to have a rainy day fund. You've got to have some cash on the side. So if anything goes wrong, right, you need to be in a place where you can afford to take risks. So for example, on that premise, let's say you had your bills were costing you like, I don't know, £1,000 or dollars, then you need to keep like probably 3,000, okay? Because you need to be all right if anything bad happens, such as you lose your job, or I don't know, something bad happens, like your car breaks down or whatever it is, right? But if you have that money, then you're good, right? Like no worries at all. Everything is blessed, and then you don't have to worry at all. Give me a sec. Yeah, so something to think about right there with your life. And the reason I'm telling you about this stuff is because you need to be able to invest with a place of clarity. Okay. So if you was to invest with a place of clarity, you would be able to afford to take risks, right? And that is what all comes down to. If you risk all of it, let's say you risk that 20K, you're not going to feel comfortable taking a risk. Okay. So hence why risk management is very important. And for example, when we're weighing in risk now, right? And this is crypto. This is the wild, wild west. We could go and put our money in the S&P 500 and get like what, 8 to 10% a year, something like that. That's obviously not crypto. Crypto, you can potentially make a lot more money, but you can also lose a lot more money, right? And this is what brings me down to risk and reward. Okay. So for example, if you was to get in Bitcoin, we might be able to see a 3x, right? If we was to get into Bitcoin, maybe at this current moment. So yeah, that's kind of like a lower risk play inside of crypto, right? But then you go down the list inside of crypto, and then you get obviously potentials like Cardano, which might be able to 15x or something like that, maybe less, maybe more. But the risk is not as much, okay? And then, sorry, it is a lot more. And then you've got the things like render, for example, AI narratives and all this, and which might be able to get you a 30x project or 30x in your gains, right? Which would be absolutely great, right? I'm not saying that will happen, but in the heights of the bull market, this is kind of what we're looking for. And it's a higher market cap, for example, hence why less reward, right? But then let's say you go further down and then you get something like Altcoin, for example, which is a lower market cap than render, then you might be able to get, a 50x and then so on. So for example, Nakamoto Games, 100x. I'm not saying that these are the coins I'm picking, okay? These are just examples of when you go down the list on CoinMarketCap, which maybe I'll show you in a second, all right? Let's actually show you, okay? We'll go to CoinMarketCap real quick and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So this, okay, you go down the list. So obviously, look, 841 billion, okay, as Bitcoin. So less, obviously, you're not going to make as much gains out of that, right? And then you go further down, right? So top 50 this is, right? And then obviously you're going to see what that is. It's 1,500,000,000, and that is actually, the graph at this current moment. But this is the type of things that you can look at. But with these, you need good fundamentals. There needs to be good projects. There's probably a lot of crap out there as well. It's not even probably, there is a lot of crap out there. Okay, like obviously, I've got a top 20 out of my cheat sheet, which obviously in the Patreon, if you check that out, you can get it. But obviously, the rest of them don't make it, right? They don't make it to the top 20. All right, not to say that the ones that are below still have potential, but then there's definitely some clear winners in there. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to this again, and then look, you've got ones where like top 400 to 1000x coins. Okay, this is 1000x potentials. I don't know why this has disappeared off here. Let's quickly put that 1000x in there. Okay, so look, 1000x potentials are these ones. Okay, and then this, look, high risk, a lot higher risk. Okay, so you need to just be aware of that. And obviously, when it comes to capital and management of your capital, you should be able to act accordingly. Okay, so for example, if you had that 20K I just described to you, then 20K, you don't want to just put it all into Bitcoin, or you could put it all into Bitcoin, but if you're looking for like way higher gains, like 100 times your money or something like that, then obviously you've got to look down here. Then you've got to have to split your risk. So maybe that 20K you had, you might want to be like, okay, I'm going to put 300 in one, or not even one, like 300 like 10 of them or something like that, which gives you like 3K into like the 100x projects. Maybe 2 will make it, maybe 8 will die. Okay, that's just the way it goes in crypto, and obviously that's what we're trying to wait for. Okay, but if you're giving up hope of all this stuff, just remember where we are in the cycle, and that will give you a lot more confidence to be able to stay in projects. Okay, so if we go back to the price of where we are, you know, we are technically in our win year, all right? So even if we dip down here and go, or even if we just stayed this way the whole way, you could DCA and then the next year basically be pretty good, okay? And you're waiting for this big ass win year. So I would just say, yeah, look, be patient, man. Like, it's a game of zooming out. Okay, it's a long time game. It isn't a quick game. I know all of us love crypto, and we love to be fast paced, and crypto does move fast paced, right? Of course it does. But just, yes, look at the bigger picture. Okay. So with all that said, it is time to look at what you guys are talking about. All right. And if you have not already, by the way, yes, like the video, man. I'll really appreciate that. You know, I'm just trying to do well out here, trying to get to the top. Same with you guys, right? And this is my journey, and I hope that we can all be in a journey together. This is a community-led channel, so, you know, subscribe if you're all about that. Just trying to help you guys out. And yeah, obviously join the Patreon if you want to see a load more benefits and the stuff I'm doing in there. Okay. And yeah, leave comments, man. Leave comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But, you know, talking about comments, let me check out. I'm on a live right now, so let's check out what you lot are saying, man. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. I think this is the first time I've made a live stream. Wicked, man. Good to see you, Jay. Yeah, he's one of my Patreon members. And yeah, it's great to see you in the house, man. And yeah, UX laying it down. I'm not going to swear, but go. But yeah, man, get rich, die trying out here, B. That's what we're trying to do. All right. So, yeah, someone, NA has put one exchange, one AI, one metaverse, one gambling, one meme. Yeah, you could. That's a strategy you could do. Fair enough, but obviously we don't know which ones are going to be the ones what really take off, right? And obviously the risk management will go into that. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so what's this? Hassan, when everyone, including Crypto Galaxy, was saying Myra is going to zero, I threw 1,000 in when it dipped to 0.046. It went bonkers today and got at 0.088 and it shifted everything penny on grapes. Nice one, man. Nice one, Hassan. Yeah, exactly. This is the Wild West, man. It's the Wild West. Just for example, FTX, right? It collapsed. No, sorry, not FTX. Luna collapsed. All right. And you know, at one point it went up like 10x or something when it collapsed, and everyone obviously was like, oh my god, it's coming back. So yeah, I think it's good you got out. Great. I mean, I don't mess with meme coins personally, but yeah, that's great that it worked for you, my friend. And also, yeah, you know, I don't know if you know, but FTX is probably one of the biggest scams what ever happened in crypto, for example. And FTX in this last year went up by like 3x. Okay, so obviously, I'm not saying that that's good. I would never touch that, but it just shows you what type of market we're in. All right. Okay, Mo here. Yes, Aaron, finally made a live stream. Yes, brother. Great to have you here. It's absolutely great. And I'm happy you've joined this one as well. So someone, I don't know if it's officially GFAL, but GFAL has put, GFAL for me. I agree. GFAL is a great project, by the way. If you guys have not seen GFAL, I'm sure you guys have, but definitely check out GFAL. And I think that when the bull run happens, like more, we're going to see a lot more from GFAL. And I think there's a lot more excitement to come, a lot more gains out of that project. So yes, definitely check it out. It might be a little bit higher in cap, but at the same time, I think we've got a ridiculous project there. Okay, so it's good. Okay, very high risk assets. Best to risk only on a raging bull run. Nothing is made until cashed out, because if there's even a small recession, alts will get totally wrecked. Yeah, it's true. This is a risky market. Okay, so yeah, I agree. This is where risk management comes in. Crypto is still crypto. The risk management thing I showed you is still crypto. So yes, we do see that. But at the same time, if a recession happens and all this other stuff, you know, I think we will be we'll still dip in price. I agree, we definitely will. But it's DCA, man. Like, I've shown you the perspective now of what we're waiting for. Let it happen. But at the same time, you know, people say a small recession come, right? So by definition, what is a recession? Okay, I had this debate with some of my friends the other day. It was very interesting. Okay, so for example, a recession is 2 quarters of no growth or just no lack of growth, like negative growth, right? And in the UK, we've had a year of no growth. Okay, so we have been in a recession in the UK. I don't know about everyone else's countries, but in the UK, we was in one, but they haven't announced that. No one's told us that, right? But we definitely have been in one. Okay, so that's what I would like to say. Like, you know, and they'll only announce it later when you look at actually all the charts and how these things, how they calculate them after. It was always past tense, right? So, you know, I think that things are going to potentially look up. Even if they go down, it's DCA again, man. I'd rather, me personally, I like a little bit of risk. I've got a high risk tolerance, you could say, but I only have that high risk tolerance by basically making sure I'm okay personally in life as well. Okay, so you need to be able to take risks. But yeah, great comment. Thank you so much. I think this year will be bullish like 2023. Not convinced they will be a huge blow off top. And I think bull run could peak at 2024 end. You never know, man. You never know. I mean, I think personally, 2025 will be the bull run peak, right? That's personally what I think. But you know, I have indicators and all this stuff for when I think the market will be oversold. It doesn't really matter if it's 2024 or 2025 because I'm looking at my indicators, right? And these will all be coming out on Patreon as well. And I know you are part of Patreon, so yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to. Just bear with me. Obviously, I'm reviewing coins left, right, and center, so it's you know, hard to push these strategies out for you. I have to take time to work on them. So one day when I'm not doing that, I will definitely get onto the sell strategy. And yeah, but I think we've got a long time yet, so hence why I haven't pushed it out yet. I think we're still in DCA area. Everything is literally accumulate, as I showed you in the charts previously, where we were with Cardano, Chainlink, and BNB. Like, you know, we've got a while yet, right? But yeah, I think anything could happen, and it's going to be very interesting. So yeah. Okay, Binance listed GFAL in April. Mark my words. Inside. Okay, well, that would be absolutely great, right? And yeah, I'm going to mark your words on that because I'm very bullish on GFAL, and yeah, that would be absolutely great. So yeah, keep up the bullishness sentiment on that. For real, GFAL, yeah, man, maybe that would be cool. I hope so. They need to more exchange listings. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, right? Like, I'm not rushing. I'll be in April. That would be great. So you know, just DCA into good projects, man. Just that's my advice. Not financial, of course. Cool. So yeah, they can easily get exchange listing, but they're waiting. Oh man, thank you for saying that. Right. So I've actually listened to quite a lot of their Twitter spaces. All right. And yes, you're right. They are waiting for that. Right. There's a lot of games that they're waiting to release, and it's not just GFAL. Okay. Loads of projects are waiting for the Bitcoin halving. If you was a business, why would you release now? You wouldn't, right? You would wait for the catalyst, right? And then that's when you're going to be pumping marketing. We're going to see so much marketing go into crypto, right? And obviously we've got big money now. So the amount of money what's going to come in is going to be absolutely insane. Okay, so I'm not willing to take a risk outside of crypto. I've got to be in crypto, not me personally. Like, and yeah, I think this is great. And if you are the official GFAL, you know, I respect all the stuff you're saying. So yeah, need to do deep research. Yeah, man, 100%. You need to. That's what this is all about, research. So if you're in the right place, subscribe. If you are not, it's all about research. Okay, so check out HGT. Just released 2 million market cap gaming project with an amazing team. Cool, man. Maybe I will check that out. I'll have to screenshot your comment and I can check it out. But yeah, if you want to see how I score it and all that, join the Patreon. All right. Yeah, check out HGG just released. Okay, so another person mentioned it. Maybe I will check it out in a minute. Okay, I'll go back to it. I'll try and remember. Sometimes I say this and I forget. Sorry about that if I do, but I will come back to it, Harris, and obviously Akula mentioned it first. All right. Is this your third bull run? Have you not achieved financial freedom? You must have done 1,000x. I have done 1,000x over before. Okay, but I held for a long time and a lot of other cycles, and obviously I've done pretty well in my life, I would say. But you know, the game is never over. Even when the next top comes, maybe I'll take a bit of break, but I'll be back. All right. Obviously, I'm new to YouTube for the last year. Well, not new, as in, but I've been in crypto since 2016, and I know people have been in 2013, and they're still in the game. Okay. Like personally, like some people like football, some people like basketball. I like crypto. This is my sport. This is what I do day in, day out. I just love it. So that's kind of why I'm here, right? And you know, there's people who've been in crypto, like Da Vinci, for example, is like one of the first people to ever announce anything. He's still in crypto, right? So that's kind of what it is. And yeah, I'm doing good. I hope all of you guys are doing good. But yeah, it's just fun. I enjoy it. Bro, what about BioFi? Is that like science? All right. So I'm not sure what BioFi is yet. Oh, Bio token. Okay, I'd have to check that out, my friend. I'd have to check that out. I'm always skeptical about Binance listing rumors. Believe it when I see it. Yeah, fair play, my friend. Good, well said. Do you like DCK and Lit? Lit's good. I'm not sure what DCK is. Maybe I've seen it before, just not sure on ticker. But yeah, Lit's good. What do you think about FX1? It's a combination of AI and GambleFi. Okay, interesting that you mentioned GambleFi. Okay, so AI, obviously, I'm bullish on AI, but GambleFi. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm a UX researcher and designer by trade. Been doing that for 12 years. And some of our clients I've had in the past have been gambling companies. I've worked for quite big ones before, so I know a lot about this space. It's very highly regulated, like very. Okay, so with crypto, it's not regulated in that space. So in terms of gambling, could it go mainstream? That's the thing. Okay, if you want to go mainstream, you're going to have a gambling license, and it's got to have to potentially, if you're going to do it, it has to be in some unknown random location somewhere, not in a big place. For example, the UK, the US, you're not going to get mass adoption because they're going to come down on you with regulators. So in crypto, I think it could do well, like GambleFi, but I think you're limited to the amount of money that could flow into it, because at the end of the day, in crypto, we're trying to go mainstream now, right? That's what we're trying to do. Hence why we're looking at high quality games, right? We're looking at high quality projects. It's got to be high quality, because those are the only way we're going to get adoption curves to go all the way. So GambleFi, I think, is a bit risky just because of that. Obviously, it could still do well. There's still gains to be had in that area for sure. But, we're trying to go for the top, man. We're trying to get the best, okay? And I feel like GambleFi is risky because of that reason, licensing. But yeah, AI, definitely, man. I'll check out some of these coins after. Neon, oh man. Hey Norman, I hope you're good. Neon, I'm not that bullish because I'm not bullish on Solana ecosystem, and obviously it is been able to use Solana's tech and bridging it over to Ethereum, right? And being able to use that, and I'm just not that bullish on it. If you are in the Patreon, so you should check out in the in my portfolio area, there's a little area about this, okay, inside of the Patreon in the Discord. And you can check out exactly why I'm not that bullish on Solana. I've got in-depth research to why I'm not, and yeah, Neon obviously plays into that narrative, and that's why I would rather stay out. I'm sure it would actually do well. I'm sure it will, because it's obviously an interoperable play, but I'd rather stay safe. That's kind of my view on it. All right. Is Rollbit the best gambling token? Just from looking at it, it seems like it, but I'm sure there's way more coins to come out. So yeah. What else we got? Heroes of Mafia and Mixed Mob will be bigger than a few of our gaming picks. Mark my words. Cool, man. I'll have to check those out as I go. Well, in the end, I'm gonna check all this stuff out, and then I'm gonna have a look at them for you. Why not? Well, OFN. What's OFN again? Not too sure, my friend. Not too sure, but I'm gonna have to move on. More games. I've reviewed it. It's in a cheat sheet. Not that bullish on it. Okay, it's got a couple of red flags I saw, so not that bullish on it. It does have some good points though, for sure. But it's risky. Okay, all of crypto is risky though, to be fair, but it is a little risky. Okay, yeah, bro. I'm having just $1,000 to invest. Need to do those quick 1x, 2x's to get more money, and reinvest in safe coins. Do you have any such buy alerts in your Patreon? All the time, my friend, all the time. But then my strategy is not one of those things where you're going to buy something and then it go up in like a month or a week. You could do that. There is sometimes things like that with low cap gems. But my thing is strategy for the bull run, right? DCA, what are you going to be DCA into? If you've only got $1,000 to invest, like I would just be tactical, right? Don't try and get like all of it at once. Like, I've shown you, if I quickly go back to this chart, we've got a long while yet. So if we were just looking at that, this is the type of thing we might be able to see for this year. So, just be patient. This is Bitcoin, and obviously alts will not have their big ass moment until we get to near the top. Okay. Same with here. This is Bitcoin, right? This is Bitcoin. And obviously we're going to see an uprise, maybe. Well, no, maybe we're going to see it. Okay. But alts will experience this like round here. Okay. So if we just look at where this top was and where we started actually taking off. So look, June 2020, okay, June 2020, and then we ended it in June 2020 again? No, sorry, that's October 2021. All right. So, and then this was 2021. No, this is 2020. So we had about a year, okay, of like upward action, but obviously not really, because you had all this moment here where you probably might have sold your bags or got upset, right? So it's one of them things where if we was to look at this year, so let's say this was November 2020, and then you went to around October 2021. So that's a bit more accurate, right? So about a year, okay? So the game is not played quickly as much as it's exciting and all this other stuff, right? It's not played quickly. You've got to look at it long term. And that's my advice to you, not financial, of course. But there's a lot of people trying to just capitalize and make money off of you guys because they're like, oh, it's going to go up in 5 seconds. It's not, man. Like, and if it does, it's going to fall back down. As I showed you in the chart, like, you know, when it really does all come in, all this big money, you got to be around for that. So that's what I would say to you. Just be looking at your risk and all that stuff. But yeah, GFAT was the best and safest. Yes, I agree, my friend. It is a very good one as well. Cool. And then you've got, how do you feel about dubs? Dubs is quite interesting, actually. I think it's pretty, good. Like, obviously, we've got a whole bunch of other narratives of games, but it's an infrastructure play inside of gaming. So yes, I think dubs is a pretty good project. Okay. Yeah. Nobody is going to compete with GFAT. So I love how everyone's so bullish on GFAT. I'm just bullish on it too, by the way, but I love how everyone is. So yeah. So Hello Labs aren't gamers, so no. Hello Labs aren't gamers. Well, they've got some games on there, but then also Hello Labs is entertainment, I would say, not necessarily gaming. So yeah. And I think this is a response to this. So do you expect a pump for Hello Labs, and what levels for the coming days until release? I would say it's a buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay, when it comes out, it's probably going to dump, all right? But it's going to be a buy the rumor. But then I have heard there's going to be a season 2 out. So yeah, so it's up to you if you want to trade that. You might be some quite interesting stuff to be traded inside of that. I'm not like a day trader. I'm more of a long-term trader. So that is kind of how I look at things. But yeah, there might be something to look out right there. Okay, you're awesome that you're here to help us. No worries, man. Of course, but at the end of the day, this is a community, and I actually started my channel to try and just meet other people who are like-minded like myself. And obviously, you see me, I've done AMAs of other people, and that was kind of what I wanted to do. I just wanted to literally get a community going. Like, my friends group wasn't really that crypto oriented. I've got one guy like who we're just so addicted to crypto, and obviously when I speak to my other friends, that like I tell them, like, get into this now, right? And they never listen, and they're always like, oh, I wish I listened to you, like, because obviously I've been here for a while. And yeah, I just thought, do you know what? Like, I should help people who care, because my other friends weren't caring. So I think, yeah, it's good to help you, and I'm happy you're here as well, Nick. So your crypto's Seth is extremely bullish on Tectum. What do you think about Tectum? I think Tectum's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think, look, it's a scaling solution. I'm probably not as bullish as he is, as in, yeah, and obviously he's been in it for a long time. And yeah, it's a good solution. All right. The soft note thing, I think is good. They've got patents around that, so that's absolutely great. But my only thing with Tectum is, you know, fundamentally, like, there is not red flags or anything. It's a good project, but you know, if I was going to compare scaling solutions and teams and stuff, I don't know how high Tectum really ranks, right? So just check out their team. I wasn't like majorly impressed by it, but I think what they have done is very good. Okay, so I still rate my brethren over there, Crypto Seth, and his opinion. And yeah, I think, you know, it has done quite well. But you know, there's other Bitcoin scaling solutions will give you more gains, all right? Because there's other lower cap ones, which maybe you've seen in my channel. Okay, so you should definitely check it out. But yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. How do I feel about Lit Labs? Yeah, man, Lit Labs is still good, man. I still think it's a good play, and there's got a lot more updates coming. So yes, lots to obviously think about with that project, but it looks good. It looks like a good quality project. All right. Chirply, oh my god, I'm so happy someone mentioned Chirply. Chirply's dope, man. I think Chirply's very good. If maybe you guys have not heard about it, because this one had a little bit of hype around last year. So basically, what, 2022 maybe, it started hearing a bit of chirps about Chirply. Chirply is very good. It's an AI play in social media, or social media marketing. It's got a lot of potential, and it's, I would say, a hidden little gem, a tiny market cap. So if maybe you guys have heard about it, but I would check it out if I was you guys. It's a very good project, I think. Could be a good hold overall. But yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna actually check out some of the stuff that you guys looked at, all right, and mentioned. So yeah, we should get into that. All right. So let me get, where was it? It was Harrison or something like that. I'm gonna quickly check some of the stuff you guys have talked about. Okay. I need to find it though first. One sec. Do you know what? Comment down below if you want me to check something out, and then if you, even if you have messages already, just let me know again. Okay. So yes, let's have a look. First off, we're going to do OFN. Not sure what OFN is, but maybe I've heard of it. But let's check it out. OFN, Open Fabric. Okay, AI project, right? Yeah, it looks pretty interesting, right? So this you can build on, right? From what I've seen, I saw this when it was the ICO stage. I didn't get in, but yeah, it's a layer 1 for artificial intelligence. Looks pretty good, right? And obviously, it's like a suite of apps for AI. But yeah, what's the market cap right now for this? Let's have a look. So the market cap currently 10 million. I mean, no, AI is going to potentially do well, all right? And because of that, I think this could be a good one, all right? But I need to look into it more. Let's have a little look at the team overall. So let's open this guy up. Let's open, oh, okay, CEO. So we only need to look at one, all right? We could look at the core developer as well. But like, my strategy is to look at mainly the founders because these are the movers and shakers. And yeah, these are the people you want to really pay attention to. So he's been on a couple of different things. He's been a dev. So he's a dev. So that's pretty cool. Like he was a dev before. You don't want random people who haven't been devs. So yeah. And then this is he's a co-founder as well. Okay. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. So he used to be part of Elrond as well. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting so far. I mean, yeah, I'll add this to the cheat sheet and I'll review it. Okay. So this is Open Fabric, right? And actually, this is on my to be reviewed list already. So yeah, I think it's worth writing down. Okay, so thank you for that, Vieira. I appreciate you sharing that with us today. And yeah, what else have we got? What else have we got? You guys mentioned. Oh yeah, just to talk about this. So yeah, what do you think about AWT? AWT product looks absolutely amazing. It looks very, very good. If it wasn't for not having a fully proper docs team, right, then I would be way more bullish on it. Okay, but it is good. Obviously, there's a lot of other elements what make it a great project, but there's only one founder shown, and he's not technically docs. He's got a random picture on LinkedIn. And other stuff I don't know if you guys know is obviously everyone who's really bullish on projects. I'm not going to tell you red flags, right? I'll tell you them, but there's loads of green flags too. There's loads of good things. But yeah, they had backing before, right? And this is when it got valued at 100 million or something like that. But then the backers pulled out. Okay, so I'm not sure why. Who knows why? I don't know, right? But yeah, so they actually had no funding at one point. Hence why you see it at such a low market cap now. Okay, but apparently I think they've got new investors, and obviously they just pushed along anyway with what they did have, but they, their back is pulled out. So there might be a reason, there might not be, but either way, this is crypto. There's a whole bunch of risks to weigh into all this stuff. So yeah, but I still think AWT is pretty good. Okay. So yeah. What else if you guys mentioned? Okay, BioFi. Okay, BioFi. So okay. So BioFi, let's check it. If that's what the name is, we can check it out. BioFi. Okay. Biometric Financial. Interesting. I like the name. Pretty cool. 500 million. Quite high already though. Quite high. But let's have a look. Okay. So let's have a look. So it went through a bull run scenario, did it? So that is the... Technically, it did go through. No, it didn't. It didn't go through a bull run scenario. Okay. But 500 million is a lot already on Avalanche. Okay. So let's have a look a bit more. BioFi. If it loads to me. Bring the future. BioFi. I feel like I've seen this before. Have they updated their website? I feel like they might have. I feel like I've seen this. Say hello. I feel like I've seen this. Okay, so BioFi integration. Let's just check if they have a team. All right. team. All right. LinkedIn. Let's open his LinkedIn. Director of marketing. We'll open hers. Other than that, that's the main people. All right. So what we got here? CEO of something else, which is not BioFi. Okay. This does look cool. It all looks great. This team looks good. All right. But they're not documenting BioFi. Okay. So that's the thing. But maybe they are. Maybe they are. This is a way to tell. So this is how we'll deep dive just to show you. So what is this company? I want to check it out. If you can see anything to do with BioFi on here, then yep, you could say it's doxed. All right. But if it's not, that's not doxed. Okay. So let's have a look. Not seeing BioFi though, but it obviously has links to biometrics and blockchain. So fair enough. Okay. That might be enough to say that is. But okay. And then this guy here, co-founder, COO. So they both worked at this company. Okay, so that's where the link is. MasterCard as well, worldwide. Team's pretty good, actually. Team's pretty good. I just need to see that link, though, because why are you not showing BioFi? She's not the docs at all. Okay. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the site, to be honest with you, needs work. As in the branding, for sure. Definitely needs work. A 500 million market cap is high as well. So, I mean, personally, I probably wouldn't get involved in it, personally, just because of how high that market cap is in particular. But it's not a bad project, right? And this could be a potential narrative, right? But yeah, what else we got? Okay, thoughts on INSP. So INSP, my thoughts on it overall are that obviously it's integration with Twitter. Personally, I think that Twitter are going to be, or Elon Musk is going to, do everything himself. All right. I don't think he's necessarily going to use INSP to integrate crypto. I think that basically he's going to in-house everything and build X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it nowadays these days, and do that himself. All right. I don't think the INSP will do that. They could be a third-party solution, all right, for this. So he might be able to, Twitter, you can already do that. You get a Google Chrome plugin or something, use INSP. I think you can do it anyway now. And then we've got other ones like Pipcoin, if you check Pipcoin out, but then they don't just do Twitter integration. It does also, loads of different social media platforms. So, maybe Pip would be good, but Pip is on Solana. So weigh that up. It's up to you. But yeah, me personally, it's a bit of a bet, right? It's basically like, are they going to, if they integrate, then we're off to the races. If they're not, it's not going to go anywhere, basically. But there's definitely a narrative there for sure. But I don't know how bullish I'll be on that narrative. But yeah. Okay. G Money. Can you look at MCV? All right. Let me check MCV. All right. MCV. It's not really. Is it? Which one is it? It might be one of these. Not sure. You might have to clarify it for me because maybe it's not on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, that's not coming up for me, but I can always come back to it. Let me know the actual name of it and MTV at the bottom, and then I can have a look. All right. So FX1, balls deep. Nice name. All right. So FX1. I feel like I've seen this one. FX1. Maybe we need to just go to not CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, because maybe this will just be way better. Okay. FX1. Not seeing that. Let me know again so I can look at it for you. Okay. DC. I feel as if DCK is overlooked. Well, let's have a look if it is DCK. Okay. Dex check. Yeah, so Dex check, yeah, interesting one, right? So I think with Dex check, they've done improvements to their site. I agree. It does look pretty good. So let's just quickly show you that. DCK. So everyone else knows what you're talking about. Okay, so obviously low market cap, all right, which is good. Okay. And then, if we're going to let it load real quick, site is now very nice. Before it wasn't so great, okay, but they've definitely developed this site. It looks very, very nice. I agree. It looks pretty cool now. My only thing with this would be obviously the utility of the token. Okay, like is there a purpose for the token? I suppose obviously they're giving you the tools, which are great. But even the tools, right? There's a couple of things where like some things are good, but other things I'm not too sure about them because, for example, this and also there's another one, and they rate like things like FTT token and stuff like that. FTT token is the biggest scam ever, right? So this, I would say, you can use this tool for research, right? But take it with a pinch of salt, man. Like because there's a whole bunch of elements, obviously, you're not going to see, and you need to actually dig in. This is just telling you probably like what 5% of the story. Okay, so it's still a good tool to potentially have. But then also there's other tools which already exist like this. Okay, so you got like was it Nansen as well, which is comes very highly recommended. So yeah, but you never know, it might do quite well. I mean, look, it's good that they're developing as well. But yes, this could do well. It could do. There's the only difference between this and Nansen, for example. Obviously, with Nansen you pay a subscription. With this, you can stake your rewards to get obviously unlocks, which is unlocks the different features, which is cool as well. Makes you maybe it will make people buy it. Okay, but yeah, other than that, I think it's got some potential overall. Yep. What else we got? Okay, so Balls Deep, you said FXI. Okay, no worries, man. I'll check that out. It's FXI. Okay, FX. Okay, cool. I understand now because it's obviously says FX1 Sport. So okay, 11 million market cap looks pretty interesting. Okay, not heard of this one by the way. So thanks for sharing it. Okay, supercharge AI sports betting. Interesting. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay. MMA fighting schedules. So look, get the app. I'll check out the app in a second. Peer-to-peer. See, this type of stuff I don't like though, because it's like, not a raw image, basically. But yeah, more excitement. What are you waiting for? Let me check it out. I'll check it. I see how many downloads it's got. All right. 500 plus. Okay, just 500 downloads, not K. All right, it's 500 plus. But combat sports delivered using AI and predictive intelligence. Okay. Sounds kind of interesting, actually. Does sound kind of interesting. And then you've got no docs team, though, I don't think. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. We'll go to about and check it out. Okay. So no docs team on the site. Maybe there is on LinkedIn. If there is, that's good. All right. But seeing as there's no docs team, I wouldn't touch it personally because, that's a big red flag in my opinion. Like, obviously you can get like decentralized organizations and all this other stuff. And some of those projects do well, but, you're taking a bit of a risk if it doesn't have a team. So, yeah, that's what I'd say. Do you have an update in VRA? VRA, let's check it. It's Veracity, right? Veracity. VRA. I haven't looked at it, but we can look at it together. So 52 million still. So what's going on with price? So yeah, overall, obviously been from the last cycle, fine. Don't necessarily mean it won't do well. And yeah, just have a little look at the Twitter and just see what's going on. Let's have a little look. Okay, Veracity CTO gives insight. Cool. So they're still giving you updates and stuff. And that was literally, what day is it today? 2 days ago. So they're still doing stuff. But yeah, I think, look, Veracity is still a great project overall. I think like the user case is great. Like that problem still exists, right? So obviously Google with their advertisement, obviously I don't want to say too much because I'm on their platform but they obviously have a chokehold on the whole industry, right? And this would basically help everyone else who cares about decentralized systems be able to actually benefit from advertising. Advertising will be more fair with Veracity. So yeah, I think it's still quite a good project overall. Cool. So obviously after answering all your questions, I hope you've enjoyed this stream. If you guys are new to the channel, then obviously press subscribe, and I hope you found this very useful and interesting. And yes, press the gold one, the red one, whichever one you want. This is all about trying to get rich, die trying. All right. So, if you're about that, press that subscribe. And also, if you like that, press like and leave comments down below. I'd love to know your opinions about what you thought. And yeah, I'd love just be part of the community with me. And just before I go though, I'll quickly share again what you guys need to be doing. All right. And that's join the Patreon. Okay. Literally 50 spaces now. So, you know, there is some space. Before we was running out and they was going like hotcakes. And yeah, obviously this is going to be giving you the cheat sheet and a whole bunch of value. So definitely check that out. Patreon link down below. So you can press that right there and just check it out. Okay. See if it's for you. If it's not, fair enough. But yeah, just yeah, check it out. But you know, if I don't see you though, I will have to see you at the top. Okay. So peace. Have a good one.